Yes, ma'am, we can start.
Good evening, teachers. I'm Dr. Simi Mahajan from Sri Aurobindo Society. So I welcome all of you for today in today's session. So if you have attended my previous session, we were discussing about inclusive education. So today we will talk more about, we'll learn more about what are disabilities, what are the benefits given to people, children with special need. So we'll understand more about disabilities and terms related to disabilities and what are the misconceptions regarding disabilities. To just start with, let me just open my presentation. So in the previous session, we all agreed that if we have to take care of 90% of children who are born with disabilities or children with special need, the only solution we have is that we have to take them into the mainstream school. So we have to bring inclusion in the school and then inclusion in the society and community. And we also learned that if inclusion is going to happen, is going to come, it is not on it is not only going to benefit children with special need, it is actually going to benefit children, other children also, and it is going to benefit the society. So now we will understand from today's session real term of disability. So let me first let us understand what is the difference between impairment, disability, and handicap. Because I have seen that most of the time people use these terms and they replace, they use one and other term, and sometimes they think that it is the substitute, and maybe disability, impairment, and handicap are the same thing. So but today we'll learn it is not a same thing. What is the difference? So there is, so we will see that impairment means when their impairment is when damage happen at the organ level, when something is damaged in the body, maybe organ, or it's damaged at the anatomic structure level or at the function level, then we call it as a impairment. Just a minute, there is some technical issue. Let me just move my slide. Yeah, fine. So, any temporary or permanent damage or abnormality in the body or in the organ, we call it as an impairment. And disability is that because of that damage of that organ or the tissue, it affects the functionality of the person. Then we call it as the disability of that function. And what is handicap refers to? Handicap means an obstacle imposed on a people or for some constraint in the environment. To understand more about it, let us how we are going to understand it is through this situation. Suppose a person is having a damage to its optic nerve or retina. So there is a damage to the eye. There is a damage to the optic nerve of the eye. That is an impairment. And what is the disability here is that person is not able to see. There is the visual disability. Child is not able to see. So that is the disability of vision. And what is the handicap? Handicap is that the child has all the intelligence, has all the skills to study. If he is given the proper equipment like braille, script, and everything, if he is given those, if that is provided, child can be very well included into the system and child can study and do everything. So if that is not provided to him, so that is the handicap, that is the handicap of this situation. So do you friends, you understand that most of the time we use handicap term for the people, that he is handicapped, she is handicapped. So now we have seen that the handicap is not at the person level. People or person are not handicapped. It is always the situation, community, environment which creates the handicap for such people. So I'm sure from today onwards, we are going to use these terms very, very carefully. So, according to RPWD Act of uh, country, so there are 21 disabilities recognized. So, in the previous section, as I told you that in 1995, a person with disability act came into the existence, where rights of where it was seen that 10 disabilities were given the recognition, and those disabilities were given the support also. But there is a revision in 2016, when it is changed from person with disability to right to person with disability, where 10 more 11 with 11 10 disabilities were also given the recognition. So 21 total disabilities were given the recognition. And uh, with that, lot of rights to person with disabilities were identified and realized. So in this session we are going to see that. So first of all, let us have a look at what are the 21 disabilities which are recognized by government of India under RPWD Act 2016. Blindness, a person is not able to see. Low vision, person with visual acuity quite less. And we'll discuss in detail in our further sessions also. Leprosy cured persons, because most of the time people who are cured with leprosy, they are left with some or other permanent disability at the organ level. Hearing impairment, deafness and hard of hearing, the person who is not able to hear at all, or if at all he is able to hear, the level of hearing is very, very low. And then locomotor disability, the person is having disabilities of bone and skeleton, so there is a difficulty in movement of the body. Dwarfism, short height. Intellectual disability, intellectual disability, earlier it was known as mental retardation, now the new term is intellectual disability. Mental illnesses, mental illnesses like a lot of mental illnesses like schizophrenia, or obsessive compulsive disorder, and psychosis, so these are known as mental illnesses. Then we have autism spectrum disorder, which is included this year, and cerebral palsy, muscular dystrophy, chronic neurological conditions, specific learning disabilities, multiple sclerosis, speech and language disability, thalassemia, which is a blood disorder, hemophilia is also a blood disorder, sickle cell anemia is also a blood disorder, multiple disabilities, including a person is having one or more disabilities, then acid attack victim, and Parkinson's disease. So these are the disabilities which are recognized by Government of India under the RPWD Act 2016. Second is important is that person with benchmark disabilities are defined as those certified to have at least 40% of the disability in the specified area. So if a person is having any disability, he has to have a certification from the recognized agencies or hospital that he is at least 40% disabled. Unless the person is 40% disabled, he is not given that recognition under where he can enjoy all the benefits or all the provisions which are there in RPWD, right with person with disabilities. He cannot enjoy that. So it is the, so that is why we always whenever the report is given, so we have to say that the person is having benchmark disability, only then he is recognized, he is given the recognition. So next is myths and conception. This is very, very important because all over the country, not even all over the country, I can say that all over the world there are a lot of misconceptions regarding the disabilities. People think about disability in a different way. Many of people think that disabilities are infectious, especially in school. This is the attitude of parents. Sometimes they say that, okay, please don't make my child sit with this child, my child will become like that. So they think that maybe disability is infectious. Disability is hereditary. Not all, there are certain disabilities, conditions which are hereditary. So but it is not that disability is hereditary. So every disability is hereditary, it is passing, it passes to the generation. No, it is not like that. Then visually impaired are musically gifted. So it is always seen that we always say that the person who is not able to see properly, who is visually impaired, they are good singers. No, they are like any other person with different abilities. So a person with visual disability, they may have any talent like any other normal person. Then we have mental retardation or mental illnesses are same. We always say that the mental retardation, as I told you, which we called as mental intellectual disability, and mental illnesses, those are both the same thing. No, these are total different things. So mental intellectual disability is a disorder, and mental illnesses are illnesses and disease which requires medical intervention, and they can be some can be cured and some can be managed or can be tackled with the help of medicines. But disorders are something which which are not treated with the medicine. They are not treatable, they are permanent, but they can be handled and managed well with certain interventions and behavior techniques. And then we it is called that disability is called due to karma. So we always say that somebody has done some sins in the past, and it is because of his past work karmas, and that is why the person is disabled. So it has no relation to that. Then some of the people, especially in certain mental illnesses, it is seen that we think that if the person will get married, the person will be all right. So this is also a very big conception. Marriage is a very important responsibility. Unless person is sound physically and mentally, uh, so it we cannot take that decision. And it has to be mutual with both the parties also. So I will not say, so it is very clear that it is not, marriage is not the solution for the disabilities. Disability is caused by solar eclipse. So it is also a very common saying when people say that he is having this problem because he was born during the solar eclipse. So friends, it has no relationship with the solar eclipse. Yeah, definitely we know that there are certain instructions to the people, all the people, that when there is a solar eclipse, so we have certain health consequences, like we can't see the sun directly, it can damage our eyes and retina. That is a different thing. But when we say that persons who are born during the solar eclipse and they will be having some disability, it is a misconception. Then people with disability having supernatural power. So it is also the misconception when we say that people who are disabled, they may have they are, they may have some other power. So I will say that even this theory lies to any person, any child born, whether with disability or without disability. There are certain children with supernatural power, but it is not related to disability. It can be to anybody or any child or any person. People with disabilities can't live independent life. This is the biggest misconception. People with disability, they can live independent life. The only thing is that they may need support during their initial years. They need the love and respect by the community, but they can very well live independent life. So now we will talk further why disability happen, why people are born with disabilities. There are certain disabilities which occur after some trauma, some accident, and happens to the person. But there are certain disabilities which happen during the before the when the mother is carrying a baby. So prenatal stage, it can happen during the postnatal stage, or it can happen during the perinatal stage. So first of all, we will see what are the causes which can cause the disabilities. And it is important to discuss here with you teachers, because you are directly connected to the parent communities and gram panchayat, where if and causes of disability is very very important. If we all know that, and if that information is passed to the pregnant women and the families of people, so I think we can prevent certain disease disabilities at that moment. So first is the prenatal causes. Prenatal causes means when the child is in the womb of mother. So first is genetic chromosomal disorders. So there are certain disorders which are because of the genetic combination, chromosomal disorders like Down syndrome. And now there is lot of advancement in technology. We can identify these problems during the when the child is in womb, and we can terminate those pregnancy also, so that child is not born with the disabilities. So if we identify very well in time, we can do certain we can take certain precautions very well, which is not going to affect of the child in future. Second is infection to mother during pregnancy. It is one of the most important cause of in our country, because of poor hygiene. There are certain epidemics, or there are certain epidemics which happen, or infections, especially infection like infection with German measles, rubella virus, malaria. So these conditions can harm a child, and child may born with certain disability and defects. And then is exposure to toxic substances. So we say that there are certain mother, they work in very very unhealthy conditions, or there are certain women, they smoke, they take alcohol. So these are also toxic substances which can affect the growth of the child. Then thyroid is one of the very very important cause for children born with disabilities. So and congenital defects in the brain. So congenital defects in the brain, like the child is born, so that is already we say that these are the causes that a child may born with congenital defects in the brain, and child is born with certain disabilities. Now we talk about perinatal causes. Perinatal causes during the birth of a child, when the child is in the process of birth. At that time, what happens which can lead to the disability to the child? First is their deprivation of oxygen during birth. It's a very common cause, and you must have heard also in like people around you, that when doctor says that we have to do the cesarean, there is a cord around the child neck which can cause asphyxia, which can cause difficulty in breathing. So child is not able to take oxygen properly, so which affects his, which damages the brain, and the child may be born with certain defects. Then abnormal fetal presentation, sometimes because there is a proper position of a child in the mother womb, that because whenever the baby is delivered, his head is at the lower end, first his head comes out and the other body. Sometimes there is a breech presentation or transverse presentation when the child is not born in that position. Then he may get some trauma during pregnancy, during delivery, and child may have certain defects. Difficulty during the process of labor, so sometimes mother herself has the difficulty in labor, she cannot deliver the baby properly, or maybe certain times in certain parts of the country, especially in village setup, there is not a proper qualified doctor who can help in the labor, and mother is alone, and sometimes deliveries happen at home, and there is some problem in the labor get delayed, and there may happen that child may born with certain defects and disabilities. And then injuries to the brain and bleeding in the brain, so during birth also there may be some injuries to the brain. As I told you, maybe presentation is wrong, and sometimes there is a difficult labor. Then sometimes there is a forceps delivery, it has to be delivered, the baby has to be taken out with the help of certain forceps, and it sometimes it may cause damage to the child brain, and child may be born with certain disabilities. And then low birth weight baby, low birth when there is a poor condition of the mother, she is underweight, she is not taking proper nutrition, she is smoking, she is not having proper diet lifestyle, so child may also be born with low birth weight, and he may get certain infection, and child is having abnormal born with certain defects. And then breathing problems in children and severe infection in the womb, which transfer to the baby, and baby is born with the infection, and which may lead to further disabilities and defects. Then what happens postnatal once the child is born? So what are the causes which can happen postnatal? The one is that infection of the brain. So there are certain fever, you must have heard about meningitis, encephalitis, which can affect the brain of the child after the birth also. So even then child may his brain may get damaged, and child may be having any disability for the for the life. Iodine deficiency, or as I told you, thyroid deficiency, iodine deficiency, iodine has a very important role in the cognitive development or other parts brain development of brain. So children born with iodine deficiency, so they sometimes they are born with low IQ. Cretinism is one of the condition which happens due to iodine deficiency. Children are born with very low IQ. Accidents and head injuries, sometimes accidents happen, like child may is whenever we see that the children are very vulnerable to accident, they cannot take care of themselves, so they need lot of care, so they are vulnerable to accidents. So injury can happen to any part of the body or the brain, and child may have a disability or defect or for the whole life. Metabolic disorders, hypoglycemia because of diabetes or other disorders, child may have this problem. Malnutrition is one of the most important cause in our country. Most of the time we see that children have any or other kind of deficiency. They are anemic, iron deficiency, anemia, and calcium deficiency, vitamin D deficiency, which can affect and child may be having certain disability because of that. Environmental causes, lead poisoning, maybe poisoning, you know that we have seen that there's a uh, certain areas of the country where there is not a proper hygienic condition, or there is a lot of lead content in the water, or there are certain other kind of poisoning and toxic substances which can lead to the disability and which can affect the growth of the child, maybe physical growth or the mental growth, and child may be born with the disabilities. So these are certain causes. These causes to somehow can be are preventable if we have a proper antenatal care of the mother. We are given proper care is given during once the mother conceives. She takes a good diet, proper environment is given, and the proper environment is given to a child. And if the mother is under the supervision of a good doctor, so definitely we can say that we can, at least we can prevent certain disorders and disabilities in children. So now we come to that once the children are born with disabilities, we need that we are saying that they have lot of potential, but we when we say that, but they need some support. They need some support by the community, and they need some support by the government of India, because so there are certain reservations, there are certain policies so that they can enjoy certain rights which will help them to move in their life. So let us see that. This is according to the Parliament of India passed the Right of Person with Disability Bill in 2016, and replacing the existing, as I told you, that was PWD Act, Person with Disability. So under the RPWD Act, 10 new disabilities were also included. Earlier it was 11 disabilities, and we have already discussed about that, what are those disabilities. So one is that reservation in higher education, not less than 5%. Children born with benchmark disabilities, they have reservation for the higher education. So at least 5% reservation is there. And even the reservation in the government job has also increased from 3 to 4% after 2016 RPWD Act, so that the reservation for people with disability has increased to 4%. And reservation in allocation of land, poverty alleviation of schemes, 5% allotment, and have been provided for person with benchmark disabilities and those with high support needs. Every child with benchmark disability between the age of 6 and 18 years shall have the right to free education. I think, according to the new government policy, I think it is now for all the children born between 3 to 18 is given that right to free education. But definitely it is for sure compulsory. It's for sure for children with disability. Government funded educational institution as well as the government recognized institution will have to provide inclusive education to the children with disabilities. This is what we are talking about. Government has already imposed the law that every no organization, no person can refuse to give admission to people with children with disability, and they have to have a proper infrastructure, they have to have a proper system in the school so that every child is included into the system. But as we discussed before, this is the policy given by the government. It will be only be implemented unless we people are going to implement that at society level. When we are going to bring inclusion, it will be automatically implemented in the schools. For strengthening the Prime Minister's Accessible India campaign, street has been given ensure accessible to public buildings. So it is very clear now that if you go to hospitals, you go to malls, you go to market place, especially malls, so those are all inclusive now. You go to metro, you go to certain, now you are going to trains traveling, so now the trains, transport system, buildings, government buildings are all made inclusive, so that every person with disability can have an access to any institution, any area where they want to go. So it is specially implemented for government, and definitely it is always expected and requested that private organization institute should have all the provision if we have to bring inclusion in the society. So this is that was today we discussed more about what are the disabilities. So as I told you, so disability is something, a lack of a restriction to do some work which is not done in the manner which is considered normal for other human being. So, and the more takeaway from today's session is that handicap is not happened at the person level. Handicap is always have happened at the situation level. We as a people, we as an organization create handicap for people with disabilities. So if we consider, if become more inclusive with our approach and attitude is changed, definitely at least we can remove this word. This handicap word can be eradicated from the community if we all create that inclusive and set up in the society. So this is all for today's session. Now I would like all of you to give a chance to ask me whatever you want to ask, so that we are lucky that today's session is small enough so that I can speak all of you. And I want to tell you that tomorrow we are going to lead the same session in Hindi, but a day after tomorrow we are going to learn our first disability, that is learning disabilities. So we are going to cover in our further session all the 21 disabilities. To start with, we are taking neurodevelopmental disorders like learning disability, intellectual disability, autism spectrum disorders. So these sessions are now in line. So a day after tomorrow we will be learning more about learning disabilities. So I have a request, those who are with us, though today you have been, I can see certain people, they are with us from the day one. So be with us, because then you will be benefited more as you will be seeing our further sessions. Now any question? Let me see the chat if I can see any question here. Mhm. Any question from do we have so I'll tell my team if people are on Facebook, if they have written any question. So any person right now wants to ask something, want to express something?
Express.
So I will request audience that we have a chat box, we have a reaction. If you like the session, you can raise the thumb, go to the reaction side, reaction sign, and there is a clap or a thumb sign. You can give me your reaction so that I'll understand that whether you like this session or not, whether you have understood it. And I still say that anybody who wants is who's not comfortable in writing but want to speak something, please raise thumb, and so that we can give a chance the person can speak.
Okay.
Yes sir, sir
Really,
aap boliye. Yes.
wonderful, wonderful session, ma'am.
Oh, thank you so much sir. Any doubt, you have any doubt, or you want to share your experience? Aap bataiye, can you tell me from where you are? You are from
Sharing,
which school?
sharing of the experience, I think.
Okay.
Government school teacher.
Uh-huh.
Once I was a teacher in Aravinda schools.
Okay, great.
It means 87 to 90, I was a teacher in Aravinda.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. My sharing here is
Mm-hmm.
government school teacher, as I observed, lack of hygiene, awareness,
Mm-hmm.
poor nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
These main reasons, I think, for the backwardness of the children in the schools.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhat in government schools of Andhra Pradesh now,
Mm-hmm.
present government is encouraging with great nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
I think the nutrition levels of Andhra Pradesh at present
Mm-hmm.
is encouraging children to attract the schools.
Great.
But poor hygiene also one of the reason, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Poor nutrition levels.
Mm-hmm.
All these may be some of the reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But what I observed, because of genetic problems,
Mm-hmm.
because of some of their own hereditary problems,
Mm-hmm.
most children
Mm-hmm.
blindness,
Mm-hmm.
blindness in schools,
Mm-hmm.
they the blindness and their sickness may affect their education. I think
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
their learning capacities are going to be decreasing.
Mm-hmm.
What we observed after completion of elementary level, that means sixth to seventh class,
Mm-hmm.
they were going to becoming as dropouts because health problems.
Mm-hmm.
They may not continue. I think this is my opinion only, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. You said very rightly that we also have seen that there is a dropout happens after fifth class. Children are not enrolling to the secondary education. So one of the reason is, as I discussed in my previous session also, that they are not given that proper support structure. If the every child is given that proper support structure, so definitely they have lot of potential to rise high and high. We have seen in recent last 2 years there was a topper in civil services examination when the person was blind. So there is a total, because blindness is not going to take away your wisdom and intelligence. It is always so. This is the handicap we have in this society, that we are not able to create that system for them so that their potential is nurtured and realized. So that is what we all have to think. So, and I always say that teachers responsibility is becoming more and more towards the society, because you are directly dealing with children. And I have seen that the kind of connection teacher is having with the parent, nobody can have that. So if we have to bring a change in that, every parent should follow the hygiene, and parent should have, the child should take the proper nutrition, even that message has to be has to be given by teacher, because they actually listen to their teacher very well. So purpose of the education is that we are going to educate you, we are going to support you, but ultimately you will be the hero, you will be the front face of this program, where you will be taking this program to the parents and the families.
What you
Thank you
said,
so thank you
yeah.
so much, sir, for sharing. This is really really important.
Thank you, ma'am. What you said is appropriate.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Anybody else would like to share? Your sharing is going to help others also. Yes, sir. Sir, would you like to share? सत्यव्रत जी, आप बोलना चाहेंगे कुछ?
Thank you. Next class I must.
So do you okay? Do you understand Hindi? I was speaking in Hindi. So
No, English. I can understand English.
okay. So would you like to contribute something? Would you like to put your ideas or your experience here? Would you like to share something?
I'm from Assam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In this state, actually, the awareness is not proper. So more and more disabled styles are yet to be have their privileges. That is the problem. Awareness is not adequate in this state.
So now, so we all have to now, please be with our sessions, constantly attend that our sessions regularly, and any kind of information you want, please write to us. You can write to us at Sharbindo Society on the Facebook page also, ZI page also, and any support you want, please do let us know. Together we have to work and bring inclusion in the society. So if we'll
Okay,
do, I think we'll get all the support from the government also. It is most of the time, it is not that we don't get the support from the government. Sometimes we don't know the right channel, where which is the right process. If we understand that right process, definitely we will able to get the support also.
thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Any other question? So I think we are done with today's session. We are left. So session is little. So we are. So it was half an hour session, and I think we just completed in time. And there is no more questions, so I can just close the session. So shall I close this session? Are
Yes.
you all satisfied? Thank you so much. Namaste.